The Feeling is the Secret, the Thursday night support group every Thursday at 11:11 p.m., Starlight Brew transformed. The chairs arranged themselves in a circle, the lights dimmed to a gentle glow, and Sage, the purple-haired barista, set out her grandmother Madame Vesper's special transformation blend cookies. That's when they would arrive, one by one, each carrying their own weight of dreams and heartaches. First was always Zephyr Blackwood, a 48-year-old former jazz musician who hadn't touched his saxophone since his wife's passing 3 years ago. His hand shook slightly as he carried his chamomile tea, the wedding ring still present on his finger. Then came River Song Martinez, 35, a kindergarten teacher whose IVF journey had left her emotionally and financially drained. She had stopped counting after the 5th failed attempt, but never stopped counting the children in her class, wondering. Kaya Mora stumbled in next, their green hair matching Sage's purple in vibrancy if not color. At 23, they were already burning out from trying to balance their tech startup dreams with their immigrant parents' expectations of medical school. The dark circles under their eyes told stories of sleepless nights coding while studying for MCAT. Last was always Dr. Nova Thorne, 56, who despite her prestigious position as a cardiac surgeon, couldn't heal her rocky relationship with her teenage daughter. She would arrive precisely at 11:23 p.m., still in scrubs, carrying the weight of lives saved, but connections lost. "Welcome, dream weavers," Sage would say, her eyes twinkling with that familiar starlight. "Madame Vesper's cookies are fresh tonight." "Still can't figure out how they're always warm," Zephyr would mutter, though he'd been coming for months. "Some things aren't meant to be figured out," Sage winked. "They're meant to be felt." On this particular Thursday, the air felt different. Maybe it was the autumn equinox, or maybe it was the way the coffee beans in Sage's mandala seemed to pulse with their own inner light. "Tonight," Sage announced, "we're going to try something different. My grandmother always said that feelings are like radio frequencies, you have to tune into the right one to hear the music you're looking for." "And what frequency would help me hear my daughter again?" Dr. Thorne asked, her voice carrying a rare vulnerability. "Or help me hear the music again?" Zephyr added softly. "Or help me hear the sound of little feet?" River whispered. Kai just gripped their cup tighter, torn between two frequencies, two futures. "Close your eyes," Sage instructed, her voice taking on the quality of wind chimes in a dream. "Tonight, we're not going to imagine what we want. We're going to feel what we already have, in some reality just a breath away from this one." She moved around the circle, her steps silent on the wooden floor. "Zephyr, feel the saxophone reed against your lip, the music flowing through you like it used to when Maria danced in the kitchen." Zephyr's hands twitched, fingers moving in forgotten patterns. "River, feel the weight of your child in your arms. Not a future child, your child, who exists right now in the reality you're about to step into. Feel their warmth, their breath, their complete and perfect existence." River's hands curved automatically into a cradling position, tears sliding down her cheeks. "Kai, feel the satisfaction of creating something that helps people and makes your parents proud. Feel the integration of both parts of yourself, the innovator and the healer. They were never separate." Kai's shoulders relaxed for the first time in years. "Dr. Thorne, Nova, feel the moment of connection with Aurora. Feel the understanding flowing between you like the blood you're so skilled at directing. Feel the moment she sees you, really sees you, and you see her too." The surgeon's hands, steady in the operating room, trembled. "Now," Sage continued, her voice seeming to come from everywhere and nowhere, "let these feelings become your new normal. Let them sink into your bones. Let them rewrite your story." The clock struck midnight, and something shifted in the air. The coffee bean mandala pulsed once, bright as a star, then settled. Weeks passed. The group continued to meet, but things were different. Zephyr arrived one night with a gleam in his eye, describing how he'd found himself humming Maria's favorite song, then reaching for the saxophone without thinking. The music that emerged was different, richer, deeper, carrying the weight of loss but also the lightness of love remembered. River missed 2 sessions. When she returned, she was carrying adoption papers. "I felt it so strongly," she said, the feeling of being my child's mother, that when I met Tommy at the agency, I recognized him. I'd been feeling him all along. Kai launched their app, a revolutionary AI system for personalized preventive healthcare. Their parents, seeing how it combined both their dreams, were the first investors. It's like I found a frequency where both stations play in harmony, they explained. Dr. Thorne arrived one night with red eyes but a peaceful smile. She and Aurora had talked until dawn, really talked, after Aurora found her mother's old journal from her own teenage years. I felt it, Nova said. That moment of connection. Just like in the feeling sessions. And suddenly there we were, living it. Sage listened to their stories with that knowing smile, continuing to arrange her coffee beans in patterns that seemed to map the trajectories of their transforming lives. One night, Zephyr finally asked the question they'd all wondered about. This place, it's not really just a coffee shop, is it? Sage's eyes twinkled. What does it feel like to you? Like a crossing point, River ventured. Between what is and what could be. Or maybe, Kai suggested, their programmer's mind trying to grasp it, between what could be and what already is, somewhere? Madame Vesper would say, Sage replied, placing a fresh cookie in front of each of them, that the secret isn't in the crossing over. It's in realizing that every point is a crossing point. Every moment is a chance to tune to a different frequency. And the cookies? Dr. Thorne asked, glancing at the eternally warm, impossibly perfect cookies. Just cookies, Sage grinned. Sometimes a cookie is just a cookie. Though Madame Vesper did always say that a little sweetness helps the feeling settle in. As they left that night, each to their transforming lives, the shop seemed to shimmer slightly, like a mirage in reverse, becoming more real rather than less. And if anyone had been watching, they might have seen Sage's purple hair momentarily shine with the same silver starlight as her grandmother's, as she arranged her coffee beans in patterns that looked suspiciously like the blueprint of reality itself. Above the door, a new sign had appeared, though each member of the group would later remember it being there all along. In elegant, shifting script that seemed to be written in starlight, it read, "The feeling is the secret, but time is the illusion. You are already who you're becoming."